BBC radio and auto frequencies across Liberia. This is a 2-hour show that comes away Monday through Thursday. And as a regular masses the show on Thursday with the good news. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the Jala Greyfield's presentation. So many things to talk about today. Developments across Liberia. We'll talk politics at 5 o'clock. When the political leader of the People's Democratic Party of Liberia, the PDPL, the Reverend Dave Kemu will be here at 5 o'clock to talk politics. On the first lap of the show, we'll find out how is accounting profession helping our country. Accountants in Liberia will converge on the commercial capital of that's the commercial city of Ganta in Nima County on the 20th of this month to discuss issues in the country and affecting the accounting profession. They are all supporting developing the economy of Liberia. What can the accountants do to help develop the country through their own programs and all of those? What can they do to recruit qualified females in the accounting profession? You know, big names around the presidency will be there. We are hearing that the former finance minister, Emmanuel Shaw, will deliver a very special statement from the office of the president. His Excellency Ambassador Dr. George Opomanek Bagubese Kozi, he will be a keynote speaker. And Samora Wolokoli will represent the Minister of Finance. It's a big program in Ganta. Welcome to the show. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalufagala Kiang Balakbulinyale want to Kazubo Greyfield. I'm here till 6 o'clock. Usually on the program, we commence it over prayer. That's the time we ask God to protect our leaders, protect our country, protect every elected official, every appointed official, and every Liberian. Love like he will pray for us in the vernacular. He prays in Mende. In Bele rather. Sorry, love, I missed your darling.
Ono tingala munija kono kuro konda samuma. Ewoloda teola etredme ejina kono esnya ebubuli asamuma ikina bukon ewunu. Ona gomo bele jilawo tanfa wotana George Manawia asawbela mama. Na wulkina power na kumeti ewul babo kine bona tabi ewolono. Olom bane kili ke wokuni ekuro kula ke okuni. Na bele ana tayi wala ekuma ewu be kuro kula ke na kuni. Nga olona kina bukon tayi wala bobe ede jua ebulu ekenu. Ona kuro kula ekewolo ajue atumujo kon ekuro kwana. Ona jila bele wakwena wule to eje utan jala Greyfield. Mama bele wala fun ewunu. Ona ni ekuro kula ke okun ni esia ekokun nga selo kina buko wana itombeno egbe ekuru eke erune la bia tayi wolo ejua atumujo nga olon bana ekuru ke eni ekuro kula ke bena tayi wolo ekune ejene monido atama wolo atamujo ngala bado wanyane enu.
Thank you, the man. Love like he with a prayer in the vernacular. This how we commence on the show with this song that crowns it all, Protect Our Leaders from PCK.
It's bestliberia.com.
Oh yes, this is the song that introduces the bumper show to its fullest. This is what PCK, in other words, in the Pele vernacular, he prays in his dialect. He asks God to protect our leaders, protect the sons and daughters of Bon County where he hails from. Nangla the man call me.
country.
Oh yes, I love my country, I love my people, I love my president. I love my country.
Especially.
Father, save us from the pandemic. Pape o Joey Akayengao. Make me. Where's my Oma Elsa Walker, Superintendent of Bond County? It was a pleasure meeting you the other day. Mr. George Pratt, Superintendent of Maryland County. Where is Salo County 1? So let me recognize some of the guys who joined us already on our live Facebook feed. On ERBC Radio, it's on LNTV Live, LNT Liberia Live rather. You can watch us anywhere around the world and contribute to the video as well by sharing them so that others across the world can follow us. Let me welcome you, Mr. Chester Yasonam Blocker. Keep up the good work, he says. And Chester goes on to say, watching from Zulu West Coast, Grand Junior County. Ansu Koma is following. Roland Seguer. Good afternoon, Big Brother Jala. And the peace-loving people of Nima County. I'm following from the Temple of Justice. Juja Wuna is watching. Roland Seguer has joined us. Christopher Bernard has joined us. Strokon Gray has joined us. I cannot read all of your comments. I can recognize everybody because my guests are already here in the studio. Juja Wunwe. Good afternoon, I'm watching. As Zachariah, lovely child, destined for ever greatness, Car Junior, watching from Duper Road.
Oh, Excellency.
Emmett Hammer has joined us. Abraham Fusaki Jr. Darius Lee has joined us. Welcome to the Bumper Show on ERBC Radio. That's how we'll lay the premise for the discussion on this radio. As I said to you, a very big program comes on in Nimba County on the 20th of this month. It runs through the 22nd, where accountants from across Liberia, they have invited our colleagues from the sub-region to be a part of that program. And all they do is say they want to help the country. They want to help the country in terms of improving the economy of the country. And that's their own way of helping the governance process as Bagube leads as president of our country. Here is some good names, big names. You know, big names make news, right? So as you converse in Nimba, there's something funny I heard yesterday. I'm going to say, but somebody have television. I'm not saying. But Ghana will come alive, you know. The other time, you know. But on the 22nd, the 22 of this month, they will be in Ghana. They are accountants. I'm told that a special message from the President, His Excellency, Ambassador Dr. George Opomane Gbagube, Seko for the Corona, will be delivered by Mr. Emmanuel Shaw. I don't want to let all out at the same time. Let me say welcome, and for the sake of the faces on Facebook and our LNTV live program on TV, I will ask the guests to introduce themselves, because I have the sandals they carry are too very big to be untied. Let me say welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Jara.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.
Can we just introduce yourself?
All right. Let me get started. I'm Mohammed B. Kola. I'm a member of the Liberia Institute of Certified Public Accountant, and I'm also the co-chair on the Accountants Week Committee.
Okay.
That is hosting the combined annual general meeting in Ghana.
All right.
Thank you.
Let me move on to Omen Wo as he introduces himself properly.
Thank you very much. My name is Hector J. Wo. I'm the Executive Director for the Liberian Institute of Certified Public Accountants.
All right. Zavanaya, can you properly introduce yourself?
Thank you, Jara. It's a pleasure to see you again after a very long time.
After a long time, yeah.
Yeah, especially when you became a Deputy Director General.
Thank you, my brother.
Anyway, my name is Zephaniah J. Smith. I'm the chairman for the Accounting Week program, headed by the Liberia Institute of Certified Public Accountant.
Thank you.
By the way, Jara is the first of its kind in Liberia.
Okay. By the way of introduction, they've done so, but say you are the chairman, you will start the ball rolling. What is the importance of this program, and why did you choose Ganta? What is it all about?
Thank you. So, the importance of the program. The accountancy program is celebrated around the world. This is not unique to Liberia, all right? And this is where, on an annual basis, accountants gather to actually celebrate the good work they have done. And that would be how they contributed toward businesses as they strive toward their meeting their goals, the economy. This economy cannot function without accountants. And then also the key thing about it is that we work with numbers. The complexity of these numbers is not something that people just understand easily. So we gather to discuss these good stories about our work, but not all. We are also looking ahead. So we also discuss some of the challenges that is posed with our work, and how we come up with ideas to resolve them. So Accountants Week is a global issue. It happens in the region, it happens in the world, all around the world, and it is just giving accountants just acknowledging the good work they have done among themselves.
Wow. Now you chose a team, my brother. I forgot the last name, please. Kole. Okay. You chose a team, DELIPA, a partner in national development, realigning the role of accountants in our current dispensation. How you derive that, and what do you intend to achieve at the end of this program?
Thank you. We just want to let the public know that we are a partner in progress when it comes to national development. And by doing so, we bring integrity to bear, we bring assurance to bear, we bring best practice to bear when it comes to accountability of national resources. And we do not exist just as an institute, but we exist to help government, to help the private sector in doing all of these things. And so we are aware that to do this, we accountants have to re-examine ourselves, look at the role play, and realign it. In time past, people have always looked at accounting or accountants as being masters of debit and credit. But accounting goes way beyond just the debit and credit.
Okay.
There's something to it called the ethics.
Ethics.
All right.
And what is that ethics?
The ethics is doing the right thing in the right way. All right? If somebody that you do not trust tells you that I have debited this account or I have credited that account, the fact that you do not even trust the source of the debit and the credit, you will have issue with the financial statement that is being produced under the debit and credit. So that is the reason why there has been a step beyond just the numbers, a step beyond just the debit and the credit. And so we move into a strategic direction of making sure that whatever numbers that have been produced out of the debit and credit is ethical, is trusted, is complete and accurate. And then not just that, we also move a step forward to assure to provide assurance services.
Okay.
That, with this business practice, all right, you are on the right path, and if you continue on this right path, you will always gain. Or you are doing certain things wrong. If you continue in this wrong direction, the worst will happen to your entity. And so we believe at this point we should be a source of reliance when it comes to advisory to national government, when it comes to integrity, when it comes to ethics. We also provide all the services to national government. So if you read, just as you rightly read a team, LRCPA, a partner in national development, realigning the role of government, of the accountants. We want to not just be seen as number of people, we want to be seen as strategic development partners.
Let me go to Omen Hector J. Wall, and I will come to the specifics because you have points to be discussed, and I know you have some discussions coming to that program to discuss these topics. But Omewo, what is it? Who is qualified to be an accountant? Do you need to go get a master degree or just a bachelor? And who is qualified to be part of the ARCPA?
Thank you very much for that question. It is a very good question. We are, first of all, regulator, the LRCPA. We
Okay.
regulate, we supervise, we promote, and license all accountants in Liberia. For you to be able to practice as a professional accountant, you don't need to even have master degree.
Wow.
We have our own training. And this is part of the reason why we are having this program. The awareness, just so people know exactly who we are, what we do. This is an outreach. And our feeling towards this is that if you want medical service, you go to doctors.
Yeah.
If you need legal services, you go to lawyers.
Of course.
So the question is, why is it that when people need accounting services, you go to people who are plumbers, people who are doing other things in their life to give you that service? So we at LRCPA, we are saying, listen, this is not correct. We can help to build and develop Liberia. Because time in the past, where we have professional accountants like the two gentlemen sitting here with me, it was foreigners who provided these services. We had to go to Nigeria, to Ghana, Sierra Leone, to bring these people here and pay them a lot of money just to do the same service.
Okay.
But today, like LRCPA, we are training, we are licensing these accountants right in Liberia.
And you are even licensing bachelor degree holders, right?
We are not into academic degree per se.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Right, but you
Thanks for that clarity.
Right. So we encourage all accountants under one umbrella.
Okay.
If you are doing bookkeeping services, we want for you to register with the Liberian Institute. If you are doing taxes, register. Because if you are registered, we can regulate what they are doing. We can supervise their work. We don't, and this is how we will be very productive to the government.
Okay. But I heard Colette talk about the issue of ethics, which plays a major role in every professional organization. What happens if any of your members err or goes against the ethic? What happens to that person? Do you revoke the lessons of the person or what?
Depending on the severity of the issue, we have a sanction regime. We'll go and put them through the sanction. An investigation will be conducted, and through that investigation, if it warrants for the license to be suspended, that license will be suspended. But what we are saying is that if you have a license, like me, I had to travel. The opportunity was not there. I qualified in 1984. I traveled to the United States to become
Long time.
a certified public accountant. I'm glad today that same service is being rendered right here to our brothers and sisters. This degree thing is good, but it's not paying. When the World Bank or any of these NGO needs accounting, they're not going to the University of Liberia that is putting on the degree holders.
Okay.
Because the whole landscape has changed. We are talking about international financial reporting standard today, and the books they are using at most of the universities, they're talking about GAAP,
Okay.
which is a US GAAP. US itself is coming towards what we are doing.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So let me go to the crux of the matter now, because Mr. President want to come, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I just want to throw in a little on what our executive director said about this issue about ethics. As
Okay.
you asked the question. One thing we all have to know here is that when you qualify as a qualified accountant, all right, your responsibility is no more to it's just to the person that hired you.
Okay.
It goes beyond that. The public.
Okay.
The public is the main source now of your responsibility, because they have licensed you now to work in the interest of the public.
because your working ends up in the hands of somebody in Douala to make that decision to invest in a company. Your working hands in the hands of somebody in New York to make that decision to invest in a company in Liberia or somewhere you work. So the issue of ethics, once that is breached by our member, the LICPA take that seriously and deal with the matter accordingly because it has integrity issue that the LICPA cannot afford to lose that interest of the public only because of a person.
Okay.
Absolutely. When you go across that line, trust me, you will be dealt with sufficiently. And we have our council. Council take the decision on this issue about member behavior. Whatever investigation that is undertaken, that report is submitted to our council. There is a decision-making body of the LICPA, and based on the, as he said, based on the weight of that issue that have been proven that you did wrong, you'll be dealt with sufficiently.
Thank you. Let me welcome Mali Gadier. She's watching us from Police Academy. Daniel Cabolo, watching from Zuwan. Matt Goa, watching from Zveru City. Abraham Pologa Motor City says, watching from the most talk about Bagube Avenue in the community. Joseph C. Wablo is watching, as he says. Ngenian Gore is Mansiva Knuckles, is watching from Kakata, Magibi County. Gateway International Church, he says, watching from Vita SKB Tanwonui, Senior President, Lipa Bravo team, he says.
Yes.
And so let me go to some of the issues that we'll call you here for again. That was just part of the discussion by Clearinghouse. But you have three major things to be discussing.
Yeah.
One is the opportunity and challenges for the accountancy profession, a perspective on the female qualified accountant as it relates to employment, professional, and development and career. What are you going to drive at, Mr. President? I want to take each of you address one of them. Let me start with you, Mr. Chairman.
So we have the chairman.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be honest with you. Liberia is a country of opportunities.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. There are a lot of things we can do in this country, but it's just like it depends on the way we approach things. As we speak now in this country, we have our membership, a member in ITIF, good standing with the LICPA. I think we should be a little over 50. I mean,
Okay.
imagine a country of 5 million. Okay, let's look at the working class. Maybe your working class is more than a million, I want to guess. But if you have just 50, a little over 50 standing as qualified accountant in your country, and that is serious. That is a serious concern.
50 qualified.
We are more than 50, but members in good standing
In good
with
standing.
the LICPA, people that pay their due to the LICPA.
Including you, Mr.
Including
Chairman.
me. I'm a member in good standing, Jana. I don't joke with the issue of I struggle to become a qualified accountant.
Okay.
And I will stand to defend it and work with the
And so
institute
why
that do that.
others are not being qualified? Why are they delinquent? What is
So-
the problem? Is it because
so-
you charge more money in terms of paying your fees or whatsoever?
No. In fact, the government of Liberia is sponsoring controllers and accountants in ministry and agency to become qualified accountants to the LICPA. But let's get to the main question you asked. You asked the question about our first topic on the issue of female qualification, right?
Yeah.
Jala, you will be it will shock you to know that of the 50 number I'm speaking about, we don't have more than 6 women among us.
Number 7.
Wow.
Yeah, but 7, right?
7.
He said 7. That is
7
the
members.
7
Seven
females.
females. Wow.
Isn't that a concern with
It's
the
a
LICPA?
concern.
It's a big concern. So in this thing, that's what if you look at our topic, we say realigning, right? In our new dispensation.
Yeah.
So it is not always going to be the phase of a male. We want to see how much we can, within the next 5 years, the next or 3 years, next 2 years, we want to see how much the LICPA are going to put in more time to encouraging young women, all right, to join this program and become qualified accountant. Don't be so complacent with that degree in accounting. No, it's just like saying, who have passed the bar exam goes in front of the Supreme Court to
Practice.
Who does that? No one. You have to pass the bar exam to get there. Tell me, the medical exam, if you don't pass that, how do you call yourself a medical doctor? So how can you have, if you have a degree in accounting,
you have to be looking at something beyond that degree and move up to become a certified public accountant. The NRCP is here to make that reality come true in your life. And that's why we're trying to move towards our women. This is something we want to balance. So we look with that topic is going to be presented by a female, one of your own Liberian, Madam Dekote King Saki.
Okay.
She's going to be presenting.
For the females.
For the female, she's going to do the presentation. She's doing the research. Why women are not qualified in Liberia. So she's doing the research right now, and she's going to do a presentation for that in Ganta on Thursday.
On Thursday.
On Thursday.
And that's the start of the.
That's the start of it.
Okay.
And that is why we have the co-chair and myself. We took a tour to Nima and Bon County to encourage universities to join us, because they are putting out students with accounting degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't be just putting these students out and not encouraging them beyond the degree. We want the people to also have this CP18 because there is a demand on our country for it. I'm working now.
Okay.
This man is working.
Mm-hmm.
We all have a job. Look at the papers today. They are looking for a qualified accountant now. How do I leave my job? I'm certified where I am.
Yeah.
But we don't have them.
So in other words, you encourage the others to join you and be qualified like you.
Absolutely.
So that people will not be in search of accountants.
You're
here.
right.
But let me come to the woman. I will come to the question, the three thematic topics there. But who are you inviting at the Gantas program? Have you invited some international partners as well? What are they in the country? Let me know, Mr. Wu.
We are PAO, Professional Accounting Organizations. And for this program that we are having, we have 3 of our regional PAOs also coming, namely ICAN, the Institute of Chartered Accountants Nigeria. The president of that institute is coming to this meeting. We have the president, the former president, just past president for Ghana. It's called RCAG, Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana. In person of Dr. William A. Atuli. He's in fact arriving today.
Okay.
He will be conveyed to Ghana tomorrow. And we also have
But Ganda will be sure.
we also have the president for Cote d'Ivoire
Okay.
has sent in a representative because he has a conflicting schedule, but he sends 2 persons that will be represented in Ghana. I mean in Ghana.
Okay.
Yes.
So locally, Mr. Kola, who all have you invited from the side of the government? Because when I spoke to you offline, and one of the things you said was that the accounting profession is intended to support government in developing the economy of Liberia, and I know government is a partner, and I know many of your colleagues in government are also accountants. I've been either any of them. So who have you invited from the side of the government, and what's the government own role? Are they giving some help in terms of mobilization, in terms of logistics to move there and move there and there, or whatsoever? Have they given some assistance?
Thank you. Jala, I think you said in your opening statement that the special message, the goodwill message,
I want to hear from the horse's mouth.
for the President of the Republic of Liberia will be delivered by Honorable Emmanuel Shaw.
Okay.
Just for your information, Honorable Shaw is also a member of LRCP and a past president
Oh, okay.
of the institute. And so he's the highest ranking government official that's going to be there tomorrow. And then I want to say thank you to the Ministry of Finance. We invited them and the Controller and Accountant General, as well as the Deputy Minister for Fiscal Affairs, Honorable Samora Wurokoli.
Okay.
They've been very, very supportive. They provided huge support to us. That in fact, seeing this program being successful.
Okay.
In addition to the government or government officials, we're also inviting private citizens, and then as well as various universities to be part of it. You know, everything you do, you got your audience. We see the the universities to be a major partner in this endeavor, since in fact they are the ones that are producing accountants that we need, all right, that are very relevant, that are very needed in national development. So we invited them to be present, not just from Monrovia, Nimba County, is it Bond County, and other universities will also be there. Once I said the Ministry of Finance, definitely that cannot go without mentioning Honorable Samuel D. Todd. In fact, he get a specific mandate request to his colleagues, his junior colleagues, to ensure that the LRCPA activities are fully supported. This is not, the first time. It's always been happening. We're very grateful for that. Thank you.
Let me say welcome to you, my friend and brother Nangbe Nyinswa. Nangbe Nyinswa is following us from the USA. He is a true partner. Now, you're talking about strengthening professional accounting practice in Liberia, the responsibility of the professional accountants, How do you address that? Who will be speaking on that topic?
Well,
Or how do you elaborate on that further?
yes. Look, they say if you don't say I am, they will not say
Okay.
So we think we should be the pace setter. We should first set our role, define our responsibility, and live up to them. We should be the mirror through which accountants will see themselves. And so that is the reason why we say redefining our role.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we do and what we profess will be exactly what others will. Will determine whether others will join us or not. And gracefully, member Dr. Paul Collins will be presenting on this topic, and he's going to do very well to it. Very good justice to the topic.
Wow. So now the third one is about, I would like the woman to address that.
Yeah.
Mr. War.
Hector War.
Hector War, that has to do with the challenges posed by unlicensed and unregistered accounting practices in Liberia and the firm in Liberia, the position of the NEPA. What is the position of NEPA on this one? And how do you intend to have it implemented?
Thank you very much. We are having tremendous challenges with illegal accounting practices in Liberia. We have 12 to 14 firms that are registered to offer accounting services in Liberia. But those that have taken our exam and failed, those that have dropped on the side, no name firm, they are the one offering the services. This is a problem for us. These people are not licensed. We have written the Central Bank of Liberia saying that they should not do business with anybody other than the 12 firms that are licensed to do accountancy, 12 or 14 firms that are licensed to do accountancy business in Liberia.
Okay. So the more registered institution will be dealt with.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so how many accounting body do we have in terms of being registered? You talk about 12, right? But how many do we have?
We have, like he said, those that are in good standing, individuals, are about 64.
Yeah, institutions, you have 12.
No, individuals, 64.
64, yes.
But firms, accounting firms, that will regulate and will license to go out to do the service, about 12 to 14.
Why are you not compelling the other ones to register?
This is the process of this conference that we are having. What we're saying, if you do accounting work, even bookkeeping accounting, come and register with the institute. We will supervise your work. We'll come out and check what you are doing so that we protect the public of what you are doing, because we'll have an oversight over you. We'll come in, we'll say, let's review what you're doing. If it's not good, we'll put you through additional training maybe, or tell you need to go back and retool yourself.
Now, Mr. Chairman, what is the benefit of if you are registered with the institution What are the advantages there?
Oh, so, sorry, Chala, it comes with a lot of advantages to you when you are a registered member or a firm with the institution, all right? So one of the first one that comes is that when you apply for a job, and that job requires you be a certified public accountant, all right? That employer will first make reference to the LICPA, because that is the national accountancy body in the country, to know whether or not you are a member in good standing. And if you are not, trust me, even though you are a qualified accountant, but you have not taken out membership with the institute, I mean, you stand a chance to lose the job.
Wow.
So it's a protection.
So what happens, Mr. Wu,
Right.
if you find out that you have many firms in this country who are not registered with the group and they are posing serious threat to the accountancy profession, what do you do?
Jala, let me come on this one because I wanted to give a little buttress to what he was
Okay,
saying and
all
what
right.
you were saying. Jala, let me give you a practical story. I used to work at the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yeah.
We're looking for a qualified accounting firm to do audit for one of our projects. And surprisingly, we got a technical proposal from somebody representing a firm. And he representing a firm that we know. But when I saw the signature, I was saying, this cannot be the signature of somebody I know. We took the phone and called. Who called this guy? He said, no, he has never done something, he never submitted any bid for that. So just imagine the risks that posed on the institution that was going to offer that service to that person. You're not a qualified accountant. You are actually committing a crime because it is against the law. The LICPA has an act passed into law that grant only a firm that are registered and in good standing, firm and member to practice accountancy in Liberia. Unfortunately, we have people that have disguised themselves as accountants, and they are doing these things. You know what it takes
So,
from the
so
LICPA?
in that case of what happened, because that's an example you just said just
Yeah.
now. What happened in that instance? If you found out that person
we
is
couldn't
doing the system,
find the person.
and if you found the person, what do you do?
Oh, when you find the person, we tell you that's
Mr.
a criminal
Mr. Wu wants
case.
to come in.
Yeah. We have written as a CBL, we have written the Indian business community, we have written the Lebanese business community, telling them if they have anybody doing any work for them that is not certified with the LICPA, we can, under our act, we can initiate a legal action against those people and the firm that hired them.
It is a
Okay.
crime.
You want to come in? Then we
Yeah.
can open a line for your colleagues to join us. I'll open a special line for all accountants in this country.
Yeah.
If you want to participate and make your input to the discussion, I'll open a special line for you. Then I'll open the rest of the line for the other Liberian people.
Yes, so thank you. Look, Jala, like my colleague, the chairman on the committee said, not only the registering of LICPA benefits the person that is a member of LICPA, but it also protects the society. It protects the employer. The employer will have that level of assurance that the person I'm dealing with is under professional regulation and guided by professional code of conduct. We expect high level of objectivity. We expect high level of professionalism. We expect high level of ethics. So the employer will have all of that assurances. So LICPA is the one that is giving that licensing. Is the one that giving that assurance, that comfort letter to the employer that this is my member in whom I'm well pleased and I've licensed this member and certifying that they meet all of these professional requirements.
Okay.
All right. So if you, the employer, risk yourself to go for somebody, to go for a firm who is not registered with LICPA, you are also putting yourself on a lifeline that, okay, this person I'm dealing with at any point in time will dupe me, the person I'm dealing with at any point in time will mislead me, may not even be competent. All right, and so the objective for which you employ the person may not be met. So in that case, who do you hold responsible? You hold yourself responsible.
You go down the drain.
Thank you. Let me take a word from a sponsor. I come and open the line for you. Let me take this one right now. Oh, sorry for that. Sorry for that.
Oh yes, Liberia's biggest promo is back. Momo Wese Wasabon bounce on us again. Hey, easy. Guess ya umba, and not easy. The people get over 200,000 United States dollar prices to give away. All you have to do, just relax and just keep using MTN mobile money to buy all your airtime, send and receive money, pay your bill, pay your school fees, and buy your small thing then. And also use your MTN mobile money to do all your shopping in supermarket or anywhere you go. Any small anything you do on Momo, you stand a chance to win any of the people far prices. The people say you stand a chance to win money, smartphone, television set, 1 year free DSTV subscription, 1 year free LEC bill payment, motorbike, keke, or a brand new car. If you thought last year was big, you not see nothing here because your chances of winning are even bigger this year. All you have to do is to dial *156# now and Momo. Only on MTN Momo. Visit Loon Station MTN on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter for more details. If anybody asks you, tell them say that I Angel Michael, aka Mr. Momo, give you the information, baby.
MTN.
Excuse me, Papa, give me 1 bottle of wine, that's another plate of barbecue chicken, and...
Wait up the wait 1 minute. Go come back. My lollipop, I know I'm going to relax and enjoy, but sorry, I just checked and don't have enough cash.
Oh, man, now you're worried there. Do that thing. I got cash on my phone. You will scan and pay, but I want my money back soon as you get home.
No problem, dear. But explain to me some more. Scan and pay?
Yes. With money in your Orange Money wallet, you can now scan and pay using QR codes. Check with your favorite merchants. Don't be left behind. To pay, simply download and open the Orange Money Africa app, select Scan It and scan. Now payment is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Orange Money QR codes.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
And this ball made a Nima Port dance on our feet too. All roads lead to Nima County in Ganta City. Welcome to the Bumper Show on ERBC Radio and auto frequencies across Liberia. 99.9 and auto frequencies. Radio Sanquin in Nima County in Santa Cruz is also relaying this program. Radio DMP Law in Foya District. Radio Kintoma in Foya District. Sano County is also relaying. Live in Bon County. Grand Jida here will come very shortly. Bapolu County is also following. Welcome to the show. Those of you who want to call now, you have an accounting profession. Call me on 0776 680 373. 0776 680 373. This line is exclusively for accountants in this country. Others can call 080 514 096. 080 514 096. Let me take my first call from the Lone Star line. Hello, welcome you live. Let's hear you. Hello, are you there? Oh, he dropped the line. Please call back. 080 514 096 is the number for the other callers. But 0776680373 is exclusively for accountants. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hello, are you there?
Yes, can I get me?
I'm getting welcome. What's your name? You have 20 seconds.
This is Watson Cherry, and I want to say thank you for the program. I followed the program from start to now. But that's what I want to say. The NRCPA, like the studio guest has predicted, is a very important institution. But I think in terms of being able to make members to fully adequately be lessons and come into compliance with the institution, because they need all requirements to be a certified accountant, I think they need to be able to enforce what the law says. So that when people feel that they can, when they don't get lessons and they cannot practice, to be forced to come, then why get the lessons and this decision being compliance. But if you just leave it something, it'll be very difficult to put a company compliance and to be able to live by the standard of being a certified accountant. Anybody just go from university of call and say accountant, anybody go from university of call and say, oh, so if you, to be able to make sure enforce them by the law, not physical forcing, but by the law, they will be able to come into compliance and it will be good for the country and everyone.
All right, thank you so very kindly. I will announce the other number for the accountants: 0770-560-560, 0770-560-560, 0776-680-373 are the two lines for the accountants. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's and where do you call from?
I'm J. Dominic Elfonwe. I'm going from Brogi Community, Banga City.
From Banga City. Let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, I want to thank those people in the studio for this important information. And I have just a question for them. And the question is, are they separate body or they working on a Ministry of Education or higher education, please?
What did he say? Did he answer his question?
Yes.
All right, okay. They will answer the question, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so very kindly. 08005140096. We're not talking politics on the first segment of the program. We're talking accountant business right here. When these group of people are going to Nima County. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, Jala, and good evening to the studio again.
Good evening, sir. What is the name? Where do you call from?
I'm Amadou Belete. I called from the Ramafi Highway.
Mr. Ability, welcome. You have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 20 seconds, rather.
I think, Jala, the folks in studio need to go beyond just what they are saying to make sure that a law is legislated to protect them, and it is conferred upon each and every one that will be hiring accountants. It is important that these things are done in order to protect professional people in this country. That people who are not professional will not going to slip through the chain and get away free. So I will encourage them that they go beyond it and make sure that the national legislature pass an act that will give them the authority, and government will be backing them. Thank you, and thank you for everything.
Thank you. The next caller is here. Hello, welcome. Hello? Oh, he dropped the line. Someone was trying to call me on the number I announced for the accountants, but he dropped the line. But call me on 080-514-096, 080-514-096. The accountants can call 0770-560-560, 0776-680-373. Hello, welcome you live. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Hello, welcome you live on ELBC Radio.
Yeah, thank you very much, big brother Jala in Maya AC. How you carry on that?
I'm okay, sir.
Thank you for the show. Where is the Jim Harry funny for Canada Supermarket?
You have 10 seconds, no time.
I pray that one of the day I will be one of your guests on ESPC show by the grace of God.
Okay.
They are making preparation that will come near you to ESPC one of these days. It's my prayer to God, and I believe by the grace of God, God will answer that prayer one day.
Amen. Okay.
I want to be one of the campaign team. I want to be on the president campaign team 2023.
Okay, we'll talk that one here. Thank you for that. Thank you for offering your services, but let's talk accounting for now. Thank you. We'll meet and talk. Hello, welcome. Oh, the caller dropped the line. 0770-560-560, 080-514-096. I will take few calls, 2 more, 3 calls, and I'll go back to my discussants, and we'll call it a day. Hello, welcome. This is ELBC Radio. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Reduce our monitor behind you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm doing it. Quickly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Okay. What's your name?
Okay. I'm Deca DT.
Okay.
And I just called to congratulate the leadership of the LRCPA for the level of work being done. And we want to encourage them to do the best they can to regulate the industry, because professional accountants need to be present at all times to ensure a viable business environment.
and we cannot afford to see this noble profession being, played with like some weather market stuff. Anybody can just get a claim that he or she is an accountant, and then they go and give them responsibility, and they cannot deliver. So the step that the LRCP has taken is worth commending, and I just want to encourage them to continue.
All right, thank you. I'll take one more call, then I'll the remaining time really given to my guest here. Somebody was trying to comment this number. Okay, I think let me get this one here quickly. Hello, welcome. He dropped the line. 080-514-096, 0776-680-373, 0770-560-560. These are the numbers to call. With the luckiest caller here. Hello, welcome. Hello, you're the final caller. Go ahead, let me hear you.
Yeah, now, Christy, how you doing?
I'm okay. What's your name? Where do you call from?
Yeah, I'm Samuel Yima. We are calling from St. James, County.
St. James, County. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. What happened here is it's not only accounting. That relates to all professions. But the bottom line is credibility. People jump from here and there because there is no law that would compel people to be accountable to what they ever to do. Thank you.
All right, let me say welcome to you guys who joined us. Liberia National Elections 2017 and beyond. Somebody that says he's following. Mali Gadier has joined us from Police Academy Road, along with her father, Mr. Emmanuel Gadier, and her mother. Colinas Waterford Murray has joined us. D. Juse Fingers has joined us. Augustine T. Musa has joined us. And someone just texted me and say he's watching us from Sando County. And let me get this guy. Okay, he says, hello, Big Brother Jala. I'm following you from Sando County, Trazon, Tajowan District. My name is Dave Nangbe. Let me just squeeze in this caller. No time. Okay, let me just do that. I will give a few more, 5 more minutes to my colleagues here, my guys here to close up. Hello, welcome. You there? And next coming on the flip side, 5 o'clock, a Liberian politician and religious man, Dave Cameron, will be among guests here on the Bumper Show, talking politics in Liberia. Let me talk to this guy, Jerry Zakama. Are you there? You calling from where, Benjamin? Oh, Jerry is never patient. Every time you call, when you okay before you call, you drop it. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, you live. Let's hear you, my brother.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your secret guest. I'm Joseph Wilson. Where can we find this office and how much to register?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. To answer the question. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So we're gonna come back to you people, Mr. Chairman. You listen to the callers. You want to answer their questions, and anyone who can pick any question, you can answer that, and we'll close up.
Yeah, Jala, and let us say thanks to the callers. I think they all see the role accountants play in our nation development, and if you hear them, they were all talking about how we have to strengthen this thing and make it better. Mm-hmm. So that's good. I think there was one question across the floor when you think out somebody or caller are asking whether or not we are honor the MOE.
Yeah, MOE or higher education.
Yeah. So the LICPA is actually established by an act. Okay. All right. Okay. So we are actually there producing charged with the responsibility to produce qualified accountants in this country. Okay. That is our responsibility there. But the executive director Hector is on. Okay. He can throw more light on that one.
Okay, Hector, Mr. Hector War, you want to answer that?
Thank you very much. The Liberian Institute of Certified Public Accounting is not under any government agency department. We are a non-profit organization. We are independent of what we do. But you raised a good point today that I just want to go quickly. Mm-hmm. You asked whether government was supporting us or even to undertake some of this venture. Yeah. I would want to say a big thank you to this government. We have gotten a lot of support from this government. Okay. We have trained the accountants and signed memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Finance. The government has brought the staff from the different government ministry and agency to be trained by us. This is how we get our pay. And the government is supported. They see the work, because if you have a license, you have something to protect. If you don't have any license, you can be one of those type of accountants that they take to manage somebody's record, and then when you look, boom, there is stealing going on in the place. But if I have a license, I'm going to be doubly careful not to do anything out of the way, because I know the institute will come down on me.
Okay, you want to talk about that, Mr. Colin?
Yeah, sure. I just want to firstly recognize and appreciate the callers for their positive sentiments. Particularly the first caller, Wasin Chile, who strongly recommended that LRCP should not only have good laws on the book, we should go a step beyond just the laws on the book, but enforcing them. That's exactly what we've done. I think you heard the executive director said that we've written parties of interest, the central bank, the Lebanese community, the Indian community, giving a light of what is wrong and what is right. Our presence here today is also in a same direction to show that this is right and this is wrong. And the next step to that now is taking punishable step for people that transgress the LRCPA law. I mean, remember, LRCPA was enacted by an act of legislature giving exclusive authority to LRCPA to enforce, to regulate accountancy in Liberia, and whoever goes against that law goes against the constitution, goes against the organic law of Liberia. So we are very determined to do that, but it's a gradual step, it's the step-by-step approach. We're very much close to that. And Dominic formally asks whether it's a separate body. The ED has sufficiently addressed that. We recognize the fact that all educational endeavor is under the Ministry of Education, but we are separate with that authority to regulate a particular section of the educational sector. We're not regulating economics, we're not regulating management, we're not regulating law, we are regulating accounting. And so we will do that jealously and passionately.
Mr. Chairman, and the rest of the people, Mr. Ward, anything funny you want to say as we close up?
Yes. As we go to meetings, sometimes with development partner, they ask us, sometimes they don't see any female representation. And I think you can understand when the chairman said that out of the 64, 65 members in good standing, only 7 female. They have said to us, and that's the good news I want to bring to you.
Okay.
That they are willing to specifically fund female into the profession. We have made travel for the SRP to Bon County, Bomi County, Cape Mount, Nimba, Lofa County. And we have told the audience that we are encouraging women because there's a sponsorship that the donor partners want to give for women who come to be accountants.
Is that, Mr. Chairman, you want to add up now, close up?
Yeah, so just the closing statement from our group, and we just want to encourage all our members and those that we've written, the universities and business institution, corporate institution that we've written that we invited to the program. We expect you to be there. Come and join us and let us have this thing celebrated for the first time in our country in a grand style. So look forward to everyone in Kanta City, Nimba County. Thank you.
Mr. Kolek, finally.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, it has already been said. We look forward to have more. We're going to keep Kanta on our feet. There's no sleep in Kanta.
You guys are supporting the local economy.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
All the hotels are being booked. All right, and then we also booked. Hey, guess what happened?
Uh-huh.
We are playing the Liberia Bankers Association, the Kanta chapter.
The Niba County chapter.
Yeah, the Niba County chapter. We're
Yeah.
playing it in a soccer match.
Yeah.
Very titillating.
I hear when the minister will be here.
No,
Get some video.
No, somebody said it's the dollar boys versus the number boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll see who won.
Thank you. Are you related to Single Colette?
Yes, that's my big brother.
Okay, I see the resemblance. All right, thank you guys for coming. Come on the flip side of our class politics. The political leader of one of Liberia's newest political party, the Reverend Dave Cameron, will be my guest in the next few minutes. He has consented to talk politics.
Thank you.
We go to Kissing Land right now in Foya District. Where's my friend and brother S. Bobo? This is Bobo calling from Foya District, Lufakati. S. Lauren Bobo. A lot of good news coming from our partners in the USA. The World Bank gives Liberia $106 million for development financing. The Summit D12 is in the USA. They signed this milestone agreement that will help Liberia in so many areas of opportunities for the country. I will take my time to read it. Then when the political leader walks in, we go through the politics. On the eve of the annual meeting taking place in Washington, D.C., the government of Liberia has received another big push in development financing from the Bretton Woods Institution. On Friday, Finance and Development Planning Minister signed for the government of Liberia, while the Director of Liberia, Ghana, and Sierra Leone, Mr. Pierre Laporte, signed for the World Bank. The development financing is supportive of the achievements of the Proper Agenda for Prosperity and Development, the PAPD, the country's National Development Plan of the World Bank's third Inclusive Growth Development Policy operation to Liberia. 52, 30, and 18% will go towards budget support, additional finance to the health sector, and additional finance to the fisheries sector, respectively. According to the release, resources allotted to budget support will help remove some of the distortions in selected sector by strengthening public sector transparency and promoting economic and inclusive growth. Like other sub-Saharan countries, Liberia too is facing the backlashes of the global shocks. Developed and developing countries continue to suffer from the vestiges of the COVID-19 pandemic, the war in Ukraine, and a recent OPEC decision to reduce the production of oil by 2 million barrels per day. The effects of these shocks have led to increase in prices of fuel, rice, fertilizer, and other demand-driven commodities. Responsiveness by African government through subsidies have only had temporal and not sustainable effects. The effective utilization of the World Bank budget support as expected will address some of these economic blockage and raise inflation and supply chain hurdles. Wow. And let me read the last part of it, then I can come to my guest. We'll also talk about that because the political leader of this party, he wants to talk some politics surrounding our economy and all of those. So Reverend Dave Cameron is already here. Support to the health sector will focus on improving health and service delivery to women, children, and adolescents. Under the framework of institutional foundations to improve services for health projects, it is expected that the project will build upon ongoing quality improvement and resilience building activities. The project is both a credit from the International Development Assistance (IDA) and a grant from the Global Financing Facility (GFF). 20 million funding to the fisheries sector which comes from the OPED Fund for International Development, is geared towards supporting the sustainable management of the fisheries sector in the country while enhancing the livelihood and income of the project beneficiaries. The project will focus on improving management and governance of fisheries, improving value addition to fish and fish products, as well as support to aquaculture development management. Minister Simon, on behalf of President George Weah, thanked the World Bank for its continuous engagement and support of Liberia's national development priorities. He pointed out that the government of Liberia, through the leadership of President George Weah, was making significant strides in addressing some of the country's development bottlenecks. There is still a need for more support in terms of training, capacity building, and providing equipment for hospitals, schools, and other infrastructures, especially in rural Liberia. Our impending challenges will be to mobilize additional compensation for health workers, including nurses and midwives, newly constructed and hospitals under constructions in Riverside, Maryland, Bapolu, and other counties, Minister Twe noted. Minister Twe was accompanied by the ministers Jenny Cooper, Ansu Suni, and Piso Sidita, the director of the National Fisheries, and the Deputy Minister for Economic Management and Budget and Development Planning at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, Honorable Augustus Flumbo, and Madam Tenim Bozon witnessed the occasion. World Bank Country Director of Liberia, Kwamani Natra, facilitated the meeting. You see that? So Liberia now has back 106 million. That goes to other developments. Fishery and Summit USA will come. It will also go, some of this money will go towards the health sector. You know the government is constructing a hospital in Bapolu as a result of the visitation of President George Weah to the UAE. That is being financed by them. But the other side of it is that the government of Liberia will have to put some money in the budget whatsoever to fund these hospitals. Come to the fisheries, $20 million is backed for improvement in the fishery industry. Reverend Camus here knows, and he followed it very well, that the president was instrumental when he went to Japan. He sought an attention with the Japanese counterpart, and they sent us some offshore motor engines that were distributed to some fishermen in this country. People from across the country benefited. That's the president's own way of lifting people from poverty. That is part of the PAPD. So Minister Twe will be here next week, I'm told, and once they come to the country, we'll have time to have a discussion and go to the details of all of these. Let me now take this time and welcome Honorable Dave Cameron, the political leader of one of Liberia's newest political parties. His party was accredited rather, if I have a better word to use, by the Elections Commission to operate in Liberia as a full-fledged political party. They are fueling a presidential candidate. He is the head of a political leader. I don't know whether he will be on the ballot, but he said he wants to be president. He is a political leader of the DPPL. That's the Democratic People's Party of Liberia. Let me say welcome, Reverend Dave Cameron.
Thank you, Jala. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be here, and good evening to all Liberians listening to our national broadcaster.
How are you? So welcome back from Nigeria. I'm told you were away. Were you on some political consultations?
Oh, well, you can also say that, but I went to visit some church brothers and sisters in Abuja. It was good being there and to hear and just see some of the things they are doing to prepare for their own general elections. Yep, so it was good being there. I had a great time there.
Great time in Abuja. So welcome again, Reverend. How is the DPPL?
Very good. The DPPL is doing well. We are working towards the general elections that's coming. And you were asking the question whether we will be on the ballot. Certainly we will be, because I think we, whatever it takes to be able to register president and vice presidential candidates, DPPL has, and we are able to do that. So yeah, we will be fueling candidates in the elections for president, vice president. We will also be candidates for putting up candidates for representatives and senators. Yeah, and we are kind of looking forward to that. We are excited about it. We are working and preparing our people, for that.
Okay. Are you in good standing with the Elections Commission?
I am. You mean as a political
As
party?
a political party.
Oh yeah, we are.
What about the 30% representation they talk about, that before registering your party you have to send
female
representation?
Oh yeah,
as well?
we do. We have a very good relationship with the Elections Commission. We meet all their. In fact, before you become a political party, you go through all of those things. All right.
Okay.
So we pretty much can say yes, we're in good standing, and we will be putting up candidates. And some of our legislative candidates will be female candidates. We will pull up some females that will be running for representative responsibilities in the country. And we are excited about that because we believe in strong female leadership in this country.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how is your structure in the rest of the counties, for the rest of the 14 counties? I know you have a structure in Montserrat, I guess.
We do. Montserrado, Grand Bassa, Nimba, Bong, Bapulu. You guys are journalists. Go to the counties and find out which parties are present and which parties aren't present. We do have a presence in almost the 15 counties of our country.
In Montserrat, where do you have the national headquarters?
At the moment in Montserrado County, we give them a section of the national headquarters building, and that's where Montserrado County operates from.
You have been away for some time in Abuja, but you were greeted by what happened in the country, the world, where the whole world has been inflicted by the Ukraine-Russia crisis, giving rise to the high cost of living in the world. Liberia is no exception. We've been faced with gas shortages before. Now it's a rice crisis. The president, His Excellency, had just set up a committee that will be looking into this, and that was just announced yesterday. What is your reading politically and the world globally about what's happening?
Jala, leaders are chosen. Leaders are put into positions of authority to solve problems. So that we have inflation, whether it's caused by war from Ukraine or what, every leader knows that when you have a responsibility to lead, whether it's a country or an organization, you are there to be a problem solver. So inflation about petroleum and shortage of rice and all of those things, our leaders, beginning with the president, is fully aware, that he was elected to come and solve a challenge or a series of challenges. All of us who are running for president of this country, we do so from an assumption that we got what it takes to solve the nation's problems. So it's like we implore you to solve problems. Then you solve problem and then you want us to clap for you. No, we can't clap for you. We implored you to be a problem solver. So the rice crisis in the country is one of the challenges that, every president should know will pop up every now and then. And you, as the leader of the country, you are chosen, you are elected as the CEO so that you can bring your expertise to bear upon solving the problems that we have. So some people have been calling me and saying, what are you saying? Other political leaders are talking about the rice issue. What is it that you people want political leaders to talk about? To get up and say, oh, there is no rice in it. Who does not know that there is a rice shortage? So a political leader comes up and says, there is rice shortage in the country. What does that add to the debate?
And how does it help?
How does it help? Everybody knows there is a rice shortage. What we need is solution. What is the solution to us solving this rice problem? Now, the president has set up a committee. And I was reading through the communication to the committee and what their mandate will be. I still see that there is not a clear mandate for the committee, and that committee will fail. Count me.
You think the committee will fail?
Quote me on that.
What is it that because the committee has been set up, they may draw their own term of reference.
Listen. Visionary leaders. This is what CEOs who are vision bearers. You read the book of Habakkuk chapter 2.
What does this say?
And it talks about vision. God speaking to the prophet Habakkuk. He said, I've given you a vision. Write the vision. Clarify the vision. Write the vision on tablets. Clarify the vision. And then you give the vision to heralds who will run with the vision. You, the visionary, you know what you want to do. You call your team together. Say, look, this is to solve this challenge that we have. As the leader, this is what I'm thinking. This is the solution. I think if we do it this way, you're supposed to be an expert leader. And then you put the team to, you know what needs to be done. And you call a team together and come in.
But those who have been called, they are all professionals.
No,
They have expertise in this area.
Listen. They are giving the challenge to go solve. The president did not give them his vision for solving the problem. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
you
know
the leader,
what did the president called them to a meeting before
but
they were announced?
Then it's supposed to
the
be
president
stated.
will always call these
It's supposed to
people.
be stated in the communication. Here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying that the president did a wrong thing. What I'm saying is that the mandate, as I was reading the mandate, is not clear. So here is what's supposed to happen. The president says this rights issue as a professional, as an expert in leadership, because you're supposed to be the top guy in leadership. That's why we gave you the country to manage. So, and you say, look, this is the vision. We have a right situation at hand. I have looked at different options, and I think option 2 is the best option to solve this problem. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Who are the experts that I can count on to work option 2 out? You find those experts and you say, look, this right solution, this right situation in the country, this is the solution that I have found. Now, you guys are technicians. I want you to go and find the best way to make that thing become a reality.
Now what I was
but as it is right now, we put a team together to go and do what?
Now, so
to go and solve the problem. The president did not give them a vision.
Advisor to the president is on that committee. He advises the president on the economy.
The advisors,
and you have like Steve Flampe, who also worked at the Ministry of Commerce before.
Of course.
And then he is also versed in that area.
No,
These are aspects that the president has brought out. And he doesn't ask the president to do all the other things. He has lieutenants who can do this work.
No. He has lieutenants who can do the work.
These are lieutenants in jobs.
But listen, as the president, as the leader, you are a visionary. You are a vision bearer. And you as the CEO, par excellence, here's what you do. You say, look, to deal with this problem, here's my vision. This is what I'm going to do. Now you got the expert in this. You got the expert in this. You put yourself together and solve this thing. This is what I want to see happen. And you are clear about it. Listen, you put a team together to solve rice problem. Where are the rice sellers? Where are the farmers in the country? How long have we been having Ministry of Agriculture? Even the advisors you are talking about, from the day President Weah have been president, some of these advisors, they've been around. He's supposed to fire some of those people a long time. If they were doing their job, we would never have had this problem we have already.
But it's understandable that it is a global crisis. It's not just like Europe being affected by this menace.
It is a global crisis. But leaders are always supposed to look ahead. They are advisors to our president. They are supposed to be advisors. Didn't they anticipate? What made them economic advisors? If as an economist, if you cannot anticipate forthcoming inflation, then you're not a good economist.
Now,
that's why people do projections. You should fire some of these people instead of giving them job again to come.
As we zero in on this rest matter, the Liberian government in Tampas have been subsidizing the rest issue.
Okay,
I listen to former
I don't support subsidy of rice.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I listened to the former finance minister in Madasali government. He talked about paying over $250 million annually to subsidize rice in his country. And he feels that there are just some people, in a clique of people sitting somewhere, when the money goes to them, they eat the money in his own word. Now, a representative from River G comes, Francis Dopo says, he doesn't also support what he said.
I don't support subsidizing rice in this country.
And he also wants tariff to be increased on rice.
Here is what
for the government to get some money.
Here is what I would suggest.
What would you suggest?
Now, just like any other business in the country, you're opening up the business. Opening up the rice business. Let's remove all these bottlenecks. If this man, this woman, if a group of people, if we have several persons importing rice, and we make it easier for them to bring rice to that port, with no government officials wanting to put their finger inside because they want tips from every little sale. This country is so messed up. We got to stop this kind of thing. If they open up the rice market and they remove bottlenecks, and our government officials, they don't meddle inside the people's business so that they can have 1 cent, 2 cents on every bag, and you have more than 25 importers importing rice in a good climate in this place, we will deal with that.
Do you feel Liberians have the...
That is a short term...
Do you feel Liberians have the monetary value?
That is a short term.
The money to import rice, because these rice are
imported
by Lebanese and
the
Indians.
But no, they are business people. The Lebanese community, they are business people. The Indian community, they are business people. You got a Fula community. There are Liberians who have the money, brother, to do rice business in this country. But our system here is every little business people want to do in this country, government officials want their finger inside. They should stop that. These are all corruption. So
will you point to something?
No.
But that's an open statement you're making.
No.
And it's a wild allegations against public officials.
These have been age-old problems we've been having from the time Liberia being established. So what we are saying is, open up the rice business. All the people that got their money they want to put into rice, let them put their money into rice. People go into business to make profit. Okay? Let's make it easier for them when they bring their goods to the port. Let them take the things from there. This is our staple. We cannot politicize this thing here. Let's give incentives to importers of rice. Let's not joke with this thing. Open the market up. Give the people incentives. Let as many people as can bring rice in this country bring rice in this country. You will see that there will be no shortage.
Do you think mechanized farming in our country will also help address some of these issues?
I'm coming there. So this whole thing about opening up the market is a short-term solution to the problem. It's not the long-term. So then, that is short-term and medium-term. But the long-term goal should be that we become a rice-producing country. How do we become a rice-producing country? We can't just jump to mechanized farming. We got to take little steps. So we work with our farmers, and they form themselves into cooperatives. Before we can jump to giving them tractors, okay, for huge farms. They start using tillers, hand tillers, and appropriate technology, in the meantime. And we see that people are going from 500 acres, to 800 acres, to 1,000 acres. Then we say our people are ready now to go into mechanized farming. Let's form partnership with farmers from other parts of the world, in the US, in the Ukraine, in other places, in China. Let them come as business people, partner with our local farmers, and let them do business together. Let's not have government farms. No, the farms should be owned by private business people. Let these people get themselves together. We reopen the Agriculture Bank or the LBDI. We empower the LBDI to give money to Liberian farmers.
You mean loans to farmers?
Yes. For the long term. This will be long-term goal. Okay? But for the short term...
The Green Revolution was here and tried to address those issues.
Yes.
When the Agriculture Bank was open.
Yeah,
and they empowered some of our parents. My father educated me from rubber and cocoa.
Yes.
and it helped in the long term, but the war came again. It broke it down.
Even
so do you
after
think that can work again?
After I graduated from BWI, where I did agriculture, I was employed by the Liberia Cocoa and Coffee Corporation in Sendo Zwedru Grand Jida as an agriculture field extension officer. And we all work under the Grand Jida County Agriculture Development. So what I'm saying is these things can be done again.
Yeah, I know the BCADP, the NCADP, and all of those.
The MCADP, the LCADP. We just need the political will. Why is it so difficult for us to start these things?
So since the war, that those things collapse. Now we still have the thing we can say do it again.
Yes, if the president has the political will, we can resurrect the BCADP program, the NCADP program. We can, all the counties can have their agriculture, programs up and running again. If the president has the political will, we can establish the Liberia Produce Marketing Corporation.
Now we have LACRA now. LACRA has been headed by Dr. Flomo. You have the like of Mr. Musa Kone. They're making a lot of strides and making a lot of gains in the cocoa industry. The farmers have the number of farmers who are now producing cocoa. They have increased across the country.
Very good.
As compared to time past.
So let's transfer that thing to rice producers, and then we start having people producing rice, and then people producing pepper. Other people producing potatoes. Other people, look, I was in Abuja and I saw some kind of potato farm, the Irish potato. I'm like, wow. And the people are just using appropriate technology, not mechanized farming. So what I am saying is, we got the land. We got everything it takes. We don't need to be empowering agriculture ministry to be sitting down and writing book.
Okay. Now, you walked in earlier when I was reading a statement from the Liberian government.
Yes.
$106 million signed for Liberia for development financing. Minister Simon Tuet talks about empowering people, the health sector being empowered, and the infrastructures. The hospital have been built to be some being renovated or whatsoever. But why do you make up this news coming in at this point when the whole world now is facing some financial crisis?
All we can do as Liberians is to say thank God.
Thank God.
We should thank God that in the midst of challenges, God loves this country called Liberia. We are God's heartbeat on the continent of Africa. So what other countries go through and they don't come out well, when Liberia goes through it, God is always with Africa, with Liberia. So that is a welcome news. And I want our leaders not to take credit for something like that. Because if God had not done it, it would not be. Even though any government that comes to power, those good wills will always be there. But I want our leadership to know that because God is concerned about his people in this country, that's why he continues to open those doors. So we thank God for the provision, but the development activities that this money needs to go to, my encouragement to our leaders is put the money to the development. Let's see the development. Let some of this go to empowering our farmers. We got a rice crisis. We got people that want to produce rice. Minister Tue, President Weah, Minister of Agriculture. You all sit together, you put some of this money into the hands of private farmers. We're not saying just divide it, but you regulate it. And let's see those who will be producing rice, they go produce rice. Those who will be producing, other vegetables and other crops. Let's put our monies to development and it will work. Let's try it.
Now, 2023 is just 1 year from now. We are in October. By October next year, we should be going to election to elect the new core officers.
Yeah.
And President Weah is still determined to be the president come 2023.
He has a right.
And then he will be petitioned by his people. Now that I'm talking to Weah, I saw a flyer that talk about partisans conversing at the CDC headquarters went on Thursday to reaffirm that position and support for the president.
Mm-hmm.
And you are on the other side as a political leader of your party. And what are your chances?
You know, my chances are great. Let me tell you, Jala. The Liberian people love me.
Okay.
I'm not tainted. I have never worked in government and stolen money.
And you are in opposition.
I am an opposition.
Do we have some tainted opposition people around?
You know, Jala. So don't make me to be the one.
I'm asking. I know you know that because you are in opposition.
You know, yeah, that's true.
Do we have them?
We do have, and you know that. Okay, so that's beside the point. But here's what I am here to say.
Do you know some of them?
I'm not here to call names, Jala.
You were in one of the political parties as Secretary General. When you form your own party, I mean the ALP.
Yeah.
I am no longer a member.
I'm no longer a member of the All Liberian Party. I am now the political leader for the Democratic People's Party. So I am talking about what we, as the Democratic People's Party of Liberia, got to offer the Liberian people.
Now you say you are loved by the Liberian people.
We are saying...
What are the indicators that they love you?
Listen, since I started ministry in this country in 1996, I have never been out. I am here. Presidents come, presidents go. I have made my contribution in community development besides church work. I have started schools in communities. I have a constituent. You understand? And these people would love to see me lead our country because they also know that God has given me some ability to move our country from where our country is to where our country needs to be. I have a right to run just like President Weah also has a right, to run. And this is what makes our democracy, and I say our democracy is working. So here myself and all of us will meet on the playing field.
On the presidential playing field.
And then the Liberian people will decide which one of us will lead the nation. And I am telling the Liberian people, I got what it takes.
Will your party go through a democratic process, having a convention, electing officials of the party, running mate as well? When do we expect to see that happening?
We had convention last year. We hope to have another convention this year. In fact, our first anniversary begins, our first anniversary activities begin the first week in November. And we will climax everything the last week in November because we were certificated the last week in November. Lord willing, between the last week and the first week in December, we will be announcing our the standard bearer of the party, the vice standard bearer, our campaign team. You can count on that.
Your campaign team.
Yes.
In the worst case scenario, where you go to the elections and you are defeated, and President Weah emerges as maybe in the runoff, and do you want to go to your opposition or you come to the ruling establishment?
Well,
in the worst case scenario,
let's wait until we reach that because I am very sure that there is the possibility I could win this election.
There's a possibility.
Yes. Okay, but worst case scenario.
Say that again.
There is a possibility that I am going to win this election 2023 by the grace of God.
Are you just looking up the God's grace or you politically prepared?
I'm politically prepared. What do you mean? I have led as Secretary General a political party for 4 years. I got a master's in theology. I got a master's in leadership development. I have acted as CEO for a missions organization for all of Africa for 14 years. Don't I have what it takes to lead a country? If I can lead the entire Africa in missions work and we succeed, then we can.
And one may say it was political greed that led you out of the ALP because you want to form your own party. Greed entered you, so you left.
Yeah, they are entitled to their, But I have said ALP was not the party I was going to stay with throughout. And when the time came, my intention originally wasn't to leave, but it came a time I left. So that is something that has happened already. I don't want to keep talking about it. But what I am saying is I am putting myself forth as a presidential candidate. Let the Liberian people come and see what I have done over the years, what God has done over the years through me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let them come and see. So people who want to know, what has Reverend Kemu done for which he thinks he can lead this country? Let them take up their time and follow me. I will take them to hand pumps that we have dug, leadership institutions we have ran, education centers we have established, agricultural work we have done, and we were doing these things not because we wanted to be president. The vision to become president of this country became very heavy on us when we started seeing the shortage of leadership and bad leadership that's being practiced in our country. That's all. And we think we got what it takes.
Okay, let me welcome Mr. Moses Thomas has joined us here. Sherman Chei has joined us. And then we have a lot of other guys joining us on this show this evening. And so I'll open the line for you very shortly. We'll come back and take your calls. Let me take a few of our messages from our sponsors.
Let's save the earth, make it cool again. Global warming.
Good morning, Omesugu. How are you?
Oh, Yomo. All of my afuri.
Yes, Pabela, me yobo.
Go. You be woman now. Where you be here?
Moreover, papi. But since I came back, I noticed something very, very bad going on.
Gee, I just see and see.
From the center of the town, all the way to the water side, all the trees that we used to walk on when I was a little girl, and I disappeared. Fear, all the trees gone.
Oh. But I beat things that one day, I thought I was something else.
Like seriously, Pasuku, many people do not know the good things about tree. Now why they can just be cutting tree down like that. And the last time, have a Ricky and carry my massa and Bajusu houses. That thing ever happened when I was here growing up. I ain't care how heavily rain fell. The breeze never carry nobody's house.
I threw that one there.
For late, we can start planting back the trees to help our town to be safe again.
Plant trees to prevent the wind during rainy season. Plant trees to limit the heat during dry season. Plant trees to control the bad air in your community. Plant trees near our water bodies to protect them. Plant trees when the soil is bad. Let's plant more trees and save the environment. A message from the Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia.
Your data is never slow with the fastest mobile internet in Liberia. Dial *352# to get more internet speed with the fastest mobile internet operator in Liberia. Certified by Ookla Speed Test Awards.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Oh yes, on ELBC radio and all frequencies across Liberia. My friend and brother, Deputy Minister Boakai Fofana, is informing me today that my friend and brother Amos Williams is celebrating his anniversary today. Amos Williams happens to be the former president of the Federation of Liberian Youth FLA. And Amos Williams and your darling wife, we say happy anniversary, and you are our special listener on this day. Happy anniversary to you, Mr. Amos Williams. And so the numbers are here now: 080514096, 0776 680373, 080514096, 0776 680373. Now this number is just for overseas callers. It's on WhatsApp. Just add your international dialing code +231 770 560 560. 770 560 560. It is exclusively for WhatsApp callers. In the diaspora, you can call that number. Let me go to the line now and take some calls on 080514096 and 0770 560 560. I say it's for the international callers. Let me take this first caller here. The Honorable Bob Ivan Gizi, welcome. You're the first caller.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening to you. studio get. Firstly, I wanted to know whether the political leader in studio has a farm in Liberia here. Because sometimes when you're talking about
I do.
Yeah, whether you have
I do. I do.
Where do you have the farm?
I live on my palm farm, and I also grow pigs.
You will have the time to respond, Chief. The next thing, Jala, I wanted to know, you talk about when the president vision, once the president proposed and sent the committees, it means that vision is a proposal. So the committee now, who are the technicians, are the one who's supposed to see as to what, the actualization of the president vision. So the president has a vision. That committee is as a result of what he intended to achieve. So you keep getting all confused here that there's no vision in the president or new committee that is going to do that. I think we have to be politically realistic. When we come to the political level, let's talk about what we can do, what mechanism we put into place to move this country forward.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. He will answer your question. He said he has a fun, but he will answer. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good evening, sir. Jala.
Good evening, welcome. What is your name, sir?
Thank you very much. My name is Newton Jai, and I do join you from Pittsburgh City, Maryland County.
Welcome, my brother. How is Flibo?
Pittsburgh is cool. The water atmosphere here is friendly for now.
Okay, let me hear you.
Thank you. I listened to Honorable Camus, Dave Camus, lengthily. He make a lot of sense, and he making a lot of sense in approaching the issue of stabilizing the economy.
Okay.
Yes, we have to say the reality at that.
Are you see that?
The way I listen to him, the expertise he has, I think these guys, these people who are around the president, they are subject to the president. And they need to listen to the advices of the president in making sure that some of these situations be stabilized. The issue of the rest situation now. I listen to Mr. Camus. The sense that he pushing, I think if the government will work along with this idea, at a possible time.
Thank you.
We will have the rest situation be kind of.
Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. The next caller, welcome you live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, how you doing? Amazing. I'm calling from
Soul Clinic, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I listen to Reverend Camus. All the things discussing, I wanted to really ask him. I know that there are people they are connected to the president. All the things that have been going on, and I ever take and call the president in honor and everything. I'll ask something that the president can be sit down and discuss that the president not listening to him. Thank you.
All right, let me say welcome to you, Mr. Patrick Dolo. He has joined us. I don't know from where. Duncan Williams Jula Born Locke Gay has joined us from Basso County, Buchanan. Chris Doe says Jala just leave that. Okay, Chris has joined us from where I don't know. He says calling from Liberia. Then Moses Thomas is also here. Let me take this caller. Hello, welcome. Hello, what is your name, sir?
Well, I'm trying to call from Back Settlement Center, Virginia.
Okay, for the Congo settlement. Well, let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, I mean, I'm listening to the brother in the studio, the idea he advanced. Just a good idea, but my question to him is that, are you compared to become president before those visions you have come to fruition, Chief? Thank you.
All right, that's good. That's very good. Okay, let me welcome my big brother, my cousin, Emmanuel Lomax, the former chairman of the ALP, when Dave Camus served as Secretary General. And he said, that man's my BDA brother. Welcome, big brother, Mr. Emmanuel Lomax. Welcome to the show. I announced 2 numbers here. Please call out of those numbers and stop calling this number I call for my WhatsApp people. Hello, welcome.
Good evening, and thank you again for allowing me to second time on the show.
What is your name, sir?
I'm J. Dominic L. Pamela, joining you from Banga Blogging Community.
All right, let's say you from Banga.
Okay, thank you very much to our father in the studio there. I think he had good plan for the nation. He had good idea for us. So my question is, why he never saw in the previous party he was in that he had organized for a particular party to solve?
All right. He's taking notes. The next caller, welcome. Hello, you live on the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio.
Thank you. My name is Nawama and I do call from Gomra, Bon County.
Bon Noy, good morning, you know me.
No, but.
Bakbalan tiga kau ada mah? Okay.
Well, burger, brah, you go
I just want to say my thanks and appreciation to the studio guy. He spoke lengthily, but I got a question for him outside of the discussion. I want to say we come on the law of leadership in the government to the lacking of that is we the men we conduct to kill our women. And the government is not taking drastic action on that. What will be a take on that when you become president?
Men who kill their women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're putting bon country there. You hear bad news on bon country or somebody killing their wife for bushmeat business, all they want.
They protect the happy and the last place before leaving. Right now, what are some of the mechanisms you put in place when you become president that is to make the economy better?
Okay. All right, thank you. The next caller, welcome you live.
Hello?
You live in the Bumper Show. Let's hear you. They stole your bag? They made you buy a new bag. Hey, you want to be president?
Okay.
You want to get him on the bag, go buy the bag and bring it.
I'll tell you.
080514096. 0776680373. Welcome you live on the Bumper Show. Hello.
Yeah, Jala.
Yes, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
Thank you, Jala. I'm Joseph. Let me see.
Joseph, what's your surname?
Sorry?
What is your surname, your last name?
I'm not getting you.
What is your last name, your surname?
Okay, I'm Joseph Buffett. I represent Maryland County also.
All right, let's say it quickly.
Thank you, Jala. Your studio guest, I'm on employee because he went in studio. But, I'm struggling to understand when he says he has vision and then, all the other him saying that his leadership, is not a leadership of vision. Yet still, the man who claims to be a visionary, presidential aspiring, have already, lied to us.
How did he lie?
He said his party is very structured, across the country, which of course, Jala, is not true. He urged you people, the journalists, to go around and check it out. But,
I just told him to go and do that.
I also want to urge you guys not to waste your time because in the Southeast, they need DPPL. In the youth that will help him, I'm listening to you 2 different times interviewing him. So I think you are telling him.
All right, thank you so very kindly. Tomorrow on the Bumper Show, I will have the chairman of the opposition movement for economic empowerment in studio. Mr. Robert Sami and his guy will join us tomorrow at Flips Out 4 to 5 o'clock. Then at 5 o'clock, Mr. Arthur Kemugotolo, the man who wants to unseat the man called Reverend Anders, will be in the studio with his team to talk about his vision. He wants to unseat Reverend Anders. So Arthur Kemugotolo and his team will be here at 5 o'clock tomorrow, while the political chairman of the opposition movement for economic empowerment political party will be here. Mr. Robert Sami and his group will be here at the Flips Out 4 o'clock to talk some real politics as well. Let me take a few calls and come back to my guest. Hello, welcome.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm okay, sir. What's the name? Where do you call from?
Yeah, I'm calling from River G. I'm George Nelson.
All right, River G County. How are you? Let's go. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for the program. And I have a concern with regards to the land issue. There's somebody who is a resident of Liberia, and he just came from another place and wants to farm. And then our people will say, I gave you this parcel of land, I gave you 10 acres of land.
you can do the farming, and then you give me price, and I take fast. Is that a fair thing?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me take the founder caller from here. Welcome you, the last caller. Hello, you live. Let's hear you. Don't listen to the radio. Listen. Yeah, reduce the monitor and talk to me.
Yeah. Hello?
My man, I said go ahead. Go and talk.
Hello? Yeah, this is Amos Johnson.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Riverside, Johnson Village.
Riverside, Johnson Village.
Yeah.
Let's say you have 10 seconds.
I'm here doing farming.
Oh, you're doing farming?
Some of rest.
How do I get some of that rest?
Well,
In terms of buying it, now, I'm not saying for free. Oh.
yeah, get my number and you call me up.
All right, call your number for me. Call your number. I want that number now. I want it.
Okay, 0777
Mm-hmm.
586
546
586
586.
586
Yeah, I got that.
289
289 586 289.
89.
Thank you. I will call you after the show. Yeah. So the rest you're producing, you selling them, or you can do it for just to eat it? Have a handle more. There you go. He said he's making huge farm. Let me take this break quickly, then I'll come back and I'll go to my guest to answer. Okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you. You finished?
Hello.
Hello. I was asking. I say the farm you're making. You can make the rest with just eat it, or you can sell some.
Yeah, I can sell some.
Okay. That one probably myself.
I'm even growing beans.
Beans. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I will call you today. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you so very kindly. Let me take this break quickly. This is the son of Post Anthony Williams on his feet. Typical Gribble man. The man song, come here, come. When you hear the Gribble man say, come here, you must go. Zebenuo. Where's my man Jeremy Bryant of Lefik? I know you and your man Bob Gizzy are kicking doors somewhere. Welcome to the show. Let me go back to Reverend Kemu. All my lines are ringing. Please, I can't take every one of you. I know your views are important. Let me go back to Reverend Kemu as he closes up and address the questions we asked him.
Good. Thank you, Jala. And thank you to all who made comments and asked questions. And here is how I like to summarize my part on this show today. Primarily, somebody says, do you have to be president for you to be able to do the things that we are talking about to move our country forward? No, I don't have to be president. But even at the time that I am not president yet, I have been making my own contributions to education, to agriculture. If you want to find out, you can do that. What we are saying is...
You say you have a palm farm?
Yeah, I live on my farm. Disco Hill, go there. When you go into the Ebola grave site, yeah. I sell oil every day. You go right now today, the grinder...
I can transfer some oil.
Yeah. The grinder was out today when I was coming. We make the oil. Those who want the rare oil, they buy the rare oil. Those who want the burn oil, we do the burn oil.
You get the oil too?
Oh yeah, we got all of that there. Okay. So we are not talking what we don't know. We are saying this little country we got is so blessed. It's so easy to develop. What we lack is visionary leadership. Leaders who will come to power and the first thing they will not want to do is to start buying big cars, building big houses, buying houses in America, buying houses in Cote d'Ivoire, buying houses in different countries. We need leaders who will love Liberia, who will see Liberia as their own. Leaders who will not be calling other places home, because the only home we got is here. And then we invest our resources here and develop this country. It's easy. This country is so small. Our GDP is so small. We can raise our GDP, look, 500 million, and for a small country like this. So all I am saying is Liberians, whether from the ruling party to opposition to imposition with no position, the rice issue we are talking about, all of us can come together so that we join hands and solve this rice problem. And I am saying the president has put a task force together, but the task force is not the one that's going to be bringing the rice in the country. Why aren't the rice sellers part of the task force? They are the ones we need to sit with and talk, and we open up the market so that more people can bring in rice into this country, so that rice will not be an issue again. So we are saying, as the Democratic People's Party of Liberia, we are praying for this nation, praying for the people of Liberia, and as God provides the resources, like the one you talked about just recently, we're asking the Minister of Finance and saying, let's put the money to development. Instead of coming on the radio to defend the development works we're doing, let the people see money actually at work, and then they will come and speak. So some of that money that's going to be going to health, let's put some to agriculture. Let's work with our farmers. We can produce our own food in this country. We only need encouragement. We can do it.
Thank you, Reverend Dave Kamu, DPPL political leader, Democratic People's Party of Liberia. In Lofa County, in the town of Zewadabeng, my father's hometown, my cousin, James Bland, the man said to me, Jala, the rice farmer made this. He's the biggest rice farmer in Lofa County in that Vanyaman district. He says the rice is spoiling right now. And he said, brother, you gotta send me some more money so that I can have this rice. But I show you now I will find some money for you too. We'll have the food. Food is in Lofa County. We hope that the drought season comes very rapidly, so the road to Lofa will be worked on. As we speak, the road has now reached to Belefanai, and above our listening to our correspondent Papa Murray on the morning show the other day with Summer George. He said the road is around Belefanai. The other time I was in Lofa, it was almost nearing the Belefanai.